Hey, what's up everyone? Nick here, and this is it. We are finally at this project. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to a new series. More specifically, welcome to my Let's Platinum for The Evil Within 2. Now, first thing you might be asking if you're new to the channel is, what is a Let's Platinum? Well, I'll go ahead and explain it throughout the course of this first video, but just to make a long story short, essentially it's a Let's Play, but it's a Let's Play with the goal of unlocking the Platinum Trophy. So as you can see, I'm playing The Evil Within 2. I'm playing on the PlayStation, where there are trophies. If I were on the Xbox, it would be achievements. And basically what I do is I start the game from scratch, so brand new game, no achievements, no trophies unlocked, and I do not stop playing until I get the Platinum Trophy, or until I get 100% achievements. Now obviously I stop playing as in there's going to be numerous videos in this series, but what I mean is that this series will not conclude until I get the Platinum. Alright, so that's what this series is. You'll notice that I'm playing The Evil Within 2. Again, if you're new to the channel, you might say, well, hold on, I want to see The Evil Within 1. Do not worry. I actually covered The Evil Within 1 as my very first Let's Platinum series. I'll throw the link to that playlist in the description down below. I'll also throw a link to another playlist. I made an AKUMU walkthrough for The Evil Within 1 a long time ago, so I'll throw that in there as well in case you just want to get your fix of Evil Within 1. But otherwise, guys, this is The Evil Within 2. I have a lot of things to say about this game, and that's good because this is going to be a long series. It's a long Platinum Trophy to acquire. Now, from the controls, I don't remember. I think I'll just go with the default Type A. With these games, I typically do play with as high of a brightness as possible. I prefer that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, before I start the game, before I actually start a new game, you can now experience the game in first-person mode, so that's new. I remember a lot of viewers were telling me about that. Not going to do that now. They also added an AKUMU patch, so one thing I might do jointly with this project is I might also make an AKUMU walkthrough, and I might switch it up. Like one day I'll do a Let's Platinum video, one day an AKUMU Platinum, or an AKUMU video, and I'll switch it up, but we'll see. But the point is, this is the start of my Let's Platinum. The goal is to upload one video a day. Sometimes, you know, things might not go according to plan, and I'll have to switch that up. Real quick, what I want to do is I just want to make sure the subtitles are on. I don't see an option for subtitles. I usually like to make sure those are on so that everyone can... Okay, so I don't see an option for subtitles unless I'm just skipping it for some reason. So I'm going to assume the subtitles are there by default. If not, I'll figure it out next time. But guys, this is it, okay? So real quick, let me just give you a very brief walk down of what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a new game from scratch. I'm going to be playing on Nightmare difficulty so that I can unlock the brass knuckles. And with this first playthrough of the game, I'm basically going to treat it like a standard Let's Play. I'm going to include the cutscenes. I'm going to talk about the cutscenes. I'm going to get all of the collectibles, do all of the side quests, and really try to get as much done as I can, so that then in my New Game Plus I could wrap up any miscellaneous trophies, and then in my final playthrough of the game I'll tackle Classic Mode, which I don't want to talk about right now because it's going to give me a headache, and I'll be pretty angry for the rest of the video if I start reminiscing about Classic Mode. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh, that's so beautiful. So AKUMU mode is something that they added later on, a year after the game came out. I'm looking forward to getting to that, but for the Platinum Trophy, it's not necessary, so we'll just ignore it for now. And here we go. So the subtitles are on by default. Typically, I won't talk during the cutscenes. I might make some remarks. I might do a little bit of commentary, but for the most part, let's just watch the story together, enjoy the story for what it is, and cheers. Here we go. A brand new Let's Platinum series for a highly anticipated game in regards to my channel. Alright, so here we go. Chapter 1, Into the Flame. There's Sebastian.
Not happening.
Oh, I'll tell you, I have a lot of, I'll be honest, I have a lot of negative comments when it comes to The Evil Within 2. I have a lot of positive comments as well. It's a game that I ended up feeling pretty neutral about. But regardless, it feels good to be back. It feels good to be back in the Evil Within universe. It's been too long. So chapter 1, you know, one thing I want to note is for my initial playthrough of the game, I treat it as if it's a brand new game. So obviously this game has been out for over a year, but I won't be revealing any spoilers. I won't be, you know, revealing any of the cutscenes. We're just gonna play it like it's a brand new game. Have some fun with it for what it is. And you know, as we go, I'll talk about my opinions of the franchise. I'll talk about any random thing that comes into my head. The point is, we just have fun with it, you know? Just we're trophy hunting. That's what we're doing. We're gamers sitting together trophy hunting. So I actually don't remember. Okay, yeah, I remember where to go. It'll definitely come back to me. I'm very familiar with The Evil Within 1. I've played that game a lot. I'm not as familiar with this game because pretty much as soon as I got 100... So I've already played this game on the Xbox, and I got all of the achievements. I made a classic mode walkthrough a long time ago. But as soon as I got all of the achievements for this game, I never touched it again. I really didn't have any interest like I did with the first game. So, a lot of it is a bit hazy to me, but it'll definitely come back to me.
Lily? Come on out! Lily! Where are you? I'm here! Dad's here!
You weren't here for me, Dad.
So like I said, I'll try not to talk too much during the cutscenes, but I will go ahead and warn you that during this first 1 or 2 chapters of the game, there are a lot of cutscenes, so I will try to make some comments here or there just to keep the video fresh. But for the most part, in this first video, it's going to be a lot of introductory story and things like that.
Kidman?
Hello, Sebastian. It's been a long time.
3 years. I've been trying to track you down for 3 years.
And you thought you'd find me at the bottom of an empty bottle. Is that it?
And why are you here now, damn it?
You didn't find me because they didn't want you to. Calm down, Sebastian.
You knew what was gonna happen in that hospital, didn't you?
What happened at Beacon is in the past.
So again, if you haven't played or seen The Evil Within 1,
You sound just like that psychologist that
a lot of this might not make sense. You can still enjoy it,
didn't have answers
but you might want to go to one of maybe my Let's Platinum for the first game,
about Mobius.
and maybe watch that if you're interested in the underlying story here. Otherwise, you can still completely enjoy The Evil Within 2 without a ton of knowledge from the first game, but it helps to, you know,
I'm
obviously.
here because of this.
Where did you get this?
Lily's still alive.
Lily is dead! I read the police report! I was at her funeral!
We can rewrite history if we want to. Staging a death is child's play.
Why would I come out of the shadows just to lie to you? Lily is alive, and she's with us.
They did a really good job with the graphics in
She's
this
in
game.
danger.
That's one
We
plus
need you
side.
to help save her.
I'll try to keep a tally as we go about
Save her?
my positive thoughts and
What
my
have you
negative
done to her?
thoughts.
Get your hands off me!
I was hoping you'd come willingly, Sebastian. But we don't have time for this bullshit. We need you. Lily needs you.
Okay, so very briefly, just to at least highlight a little bit, Sebastian is the protagonist from the first game. Lily is his daughter that was that supposedly died before the events of the first game. Kidman in the first game was a junior detective working under Sebastian. It turned out by the end of the game that she was kind of a conspirator in everything going on.
Great.
And now that you can see this takes place 3 years after the first game. She's come out of the shadows. We now know that she's not just a junior detective like she was in the first game. And she works for Mobius, which is the company that's kind of responsible for
So
everything
powerful,
going on in the
kidnap a
franchise.
washed-up ex-cop to help them.
At least your terrible sense of humor is still intact.
Enough of this bullshit. Where's Lily?
Patience. All your answers are right here.
So we're now inside
Beacon Mental
Mobius.
Hospital incident was an unfortunate setback. But we used the knowledge gained to build a new and vastly improved STEM system.
What does this have to do with my daughter?
So again, more cutscene,
Imagine.
unfortunately.
Millions of minds connected together. Happiness for one is happiness for all. This machine, this miracle, will allow our species to achieve greatness. We needed to start with a mind that was pure and clean enough to support thousands of personalities. The mind of an innocent child.
You connected Lily to that machine?
Your daughter is quite special. The most stable core candidate we've ever tested. Thanks to her, the new STEM has been a smashing success. Until recently.
A little over a week ago, Lily vanished. Just stopped sending signals. Then the STEM environment began to collapse. We thought it was just a technical glitch, an easy fix, so we sent a team of Mobius agents inside. But then we lost contact with them, and STEM went dark.
Yep,
Think
it's never
about
that
this,
easy.
Castellanos. I am providing you an opportunity. Not only to see your daughter again, but to save her life.
Oh, great.
Something you
Thank
thought
you.
failed to do before. You can save her, or let her die. It's your choice.
So we're going back into STEM. All right, so STEM is this kind of neural-laced, I hesitate to say artificial world, but it's
Good luck, Sebastian.
it's hard to explain.
Try to
The
cooperate
first
with any
game,
team
the
members
story
you
is
might
hard
find
to
in there.
follow. It's not trivial.
I know you don't trust
But
us, but they have the same goals.
we'll learn
as
more
you do.
about it as we go. All
That's
right.
all right.
But it's
Find out
complicated.
Just remember to call me the moment you find Lily, so that we can begin the extraction process. I'll be out here for you.
Come on, let's just go. Let's do it. I'm ready. So anyway, guys, like I said, for this initial playthrough of the game, that's part of it, is I will
And
be...
someone else will be in there for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, after that cryptic little hints, sure, I'm ready. Why not just explain fully what you mean? But yeah, so for this first playthrough of the game, you know, I'm going to watch the cutscenes. We're going to watch the
careful in there,
cutscenes,
Sebastian.
talk about the story as it unfolds. Like I said, I'm not going to be revealing any spoilers as I play. I know fully well what's going to happen. I know what all the characters' intentions are. I know what's going to happen. I've beaten this game numerous times.
STEM entry in 3,
But I'm not going to talk about it.
2,
Not until my second playthrough.
1.
And so part of you guys, being the viewers, is I would ask that you respect that as well. So I'd love to talk about the story that we see in any given video, but I would ask that in the comments, avoid giving spoilers, because there might be some people that haven't, played the game or seen the game for themselves. And so once we get to the second playthrough, that's when I'll skip all the cutscenes and we'll just get through the game, and it'll be much faster, right? But for the initial playthrough of the game, I will be including the cutscene so we can talk about it, so we can enjoy it together. Plus, too, you know, like I said, it's been a while since I've played this game, so it's kind of fun for me to relive it. You know, like I said, the Evil Within 2, I'm slightly critical of it. I definitely prefer the first game over the second game, but it's not to say that this is a bad game. It's not. It's not a bad game. The developers, they made some decisions which I really disagreed with, but aside from that, it's not a bad game. This is a professionally developed game. Bethesda, they know what they're doing. Very good developers. In light of everything going on with Fallout 76 right now, they know what they're doing, you know. So I don't. This isn't a bad game, and I am looking forward to this series a lot, and I know you guys are. Ever since I did the first Evil Within Let's Platinum, originally my plan was to follow up with the second one right away. But for those of you that don't remember, the first Let's Platinum I did for the Evil Within 1, that was like a 35 video playlist. It was a long series, and it kind of took more out of me than I anticipated.
She's gone.
So by the time I finished, I was like, yeah, I need a little bit of a break. Like, I need to cover an easier game, you know. So then I think the next game I covered was Uncharted 1 maybe, or something. I can't remember. I recently just finished a Let's Platinum for Spyro the Dragon. So there's Beacon Mental. And there's the beautiful soundtrack from the first game. Oh, that brings me back. I love that tune. That's the perfect tune. Alright guys, and here we go. So as soon as I approach this desk, we're going to jump into Chapter 2. I have my monitor in front of me. I have my computer screen over to my right where I have a full list of collectibles, because during this initial playthrough, I'm going to be getting all of the collectibles. But before that, I think we have one more little bit of dialogue to go through.
Hello? Sebastian, are you there?
Kidman? What's
Snap out of it, Sebastian. You've made it in safely. How are you feeling?
terrible? Like the worst hangover ever.
Don't worry. It will pass once your mind has adjusted. You're in an area separate from the main system right now. That's how we're able to maintain communication with you. This construct is called your room. It's a safe zone that was formed from your own memories.
My memories, huh? If that's the case, then where are my wife and child? This place looks like my old office at Crimson City PD.
It was your subconscious that built it. You should ask yourself that question. Let's get down to business. We sent some information into your room.
Yes.
See anything unfamiliar?
I think this wall is what I'm supposed to investigate.
There are photos of a bunch of Mobius agents here. Your lost team, I assume.
That's them. Let us know if you locate any of them. You're
Oh,
our
we
only
will.
line of communication into STEM. They're stuck in Union and searching for Lily too.
Union?
This STEM environment was designed to look and feel like a small town called Union.
Great. So your experts need rescuing too, huh?
If anyone can do it, it's you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, but I'm only
All right,
here
so just to kind of clear things
There's
up,
more info there.
in the
You can
first
check it out
game,
before you go.
we were in STEM, which again, STEM is this like neural-laced artificial world. We're now in Chapter 2, something not quite right. In this game, we are once again in STEM, but now instead of being in Ruvik's memory, so Ruvik was the antagonist of the first game, and the artificial world was built around his subconscious. In this game, we're in an artificial town called Union. All right, so that's kind of the setting that's taking place. But it's just important to remember as we go along that Union is not. It's not an actual town. It's not some town in the suburbs of Chicago. It's in this artificial world that Sebastian is hooked up to. All right, so that's kind of what's going on here. Again, it's complicated. It's weird. You could think of The Matrix. You could think of whatever sci-fi series helped clears it up. But that's essentially what's going on here.
I don't ever remember owning a cat.
All right, so the very first collectible is actually right here. It's a photograph slide. So again, I have all my collectibles. I have the full list on my screen to the right. I'll be taking the time to get all of the collectibles as I go. And there are a lot of collectibles in this game. So here's a photographic slide, a relic from a pre-phone camera era. These are found mostly in old people's attics and estate sales. They can be viewed using the slide projector in Sebastian's room. I'm going to save that for later once I have all 11 slides, because there's actually a trophy for doing just that. Okay, so I'm going to ignore that for now, and I'm actually going to carry on with the level. And we're going to go into Union. This box right here, that's how you save your progress. This area will be unlocked later on in the game. So for now, what we really want to do is jump into the Looking Glass, as he's about to call it.
Into the Looking Glass.
All right. So Chapter 2, here we go. Now, guys, one thing I'm worried about, actually probably the biggest thing I'm worried about, is this game came, and this is my biggest negative critique of the game. It shipped out with a lot of bugs, a lot of game crashing bugs. Now, normally, a game crash, it's not the end of the world, right? I forget this cutscene.
Lily, what's wrong?
My doll's head is broke.
It's okay. Mom can fix it for you. She can fix anything.
How nice.
Sebastian?
For once, everything's
What's
going
wrong?
right.
Are you alright?
I've got a wonderful family. An amazingly smart and beautiful wife.
He looks really weird
Why
without
wouldn't I be alright?
stubble. Like almost like a different person, just a completely different character. That's Myra, his wife. There were several mentions of Myra in the first game, mostly through collectibles.
You're not coming down with something?
So just like with Lily, we'll learn more about Sebastian's whole family throughout this game. They really kind of expanded on that backstory. So we'll learn more about several other characters in this game. But for now, we got to make our way through Chapter 2. And guys, I think what I'm going to do is this first video, I'm going to get through Chapters 1 and 2. Because Chapter 3 is very long. It's like an open world chapter. And that's where we'll start off at the start of the next video. So for this video here, my goal is to get through Chapter 2. Alright, get through Chapters 1 and 2. Obviously, we got through Chapter 1. It's nothing but cutscenes. And now we'll do Chapter 2. Alright? Yeah, so a lot of this is coming back to me. And I'll tell you a big reason on why a lot of this is coming back to me. Even though I didn't necessarily play this game that many times, I only played it enough times to where I could get the Platinum Trophy. The Classic difficulty, for those of you guys that don't remember, Classic difficulty, it was kind of like a semi-permadeath difficulty, so I ended up having to replay a lot of the game, like a lot of sections of the game over and over again. So a lot of the stuff, it is very familiar to me because you just had to do it so many times. Like, I don't know how many times I had to run through Chapters 1 and 2 during my Classic playthrough in order to, you know, finish. It's just ridiculous. Alright, so this is where things start getting weird. Pretty cool, though. So I think I have to go in here.
Baker.
So this is one of the members, Baker, I guess, of the Mobius search team. So hopefully the other members, we find them alive. That would be nice.
A team leader. One bullet. Straight through the head.
Alright, so I got the photograph slide. That was collectible number 1. There are 5 more collectibles. All of them are files. Okay, so in regards to what you're seeing here, don't worry, it's confusing. It's meant to be confusing, and we'll learn more about it as we go. However, there is another collectible. I believe it's in this room here. And it's, is it this? Yes, that's it. So that's the photo of William Baker.
Whoever did this must
So
have
Baker,
enjoyed it.
the search team leader, he was frozen in time when I found him. This must have been taken by the camera right by him, but how is this even possible? So during this first playthrough, again, I want to go through as much of the story as possible. So not only will we be watching all of the cutscenes together, we'll also be I'll take the time to read the collectibles and actually go through them. So it's a very in-depth, informative Let's Platinum. Let's Play. Whatever you want to call it. It's a bit more in-depth, okay? So there's a lot more going on here. So the second collectible on the first floor of the mansion hall, crouch past the grate on the left. Okay, so I should hopefully remember when I get there. Let's make sure it's not, okay, so let me just check down here. I'm pretty sure you can't go anywhere. One of the worst things about this game is they actually did improve it. So, okay, again, I want to keep kind of a tally. One of the things they did improve in this game is the sprinting mechanic, which is nice, because for those of you who maybe played The Evil Within 1, sprinting was god-awful in that game. Before you could upgrade it, that is.
Hello? Shit.
Okay.
What's that?
So, it's telling me there's a collectible here, but I don't see it. What room? Okay, so I thought it was supposed to be in here. But, can I go in here? No. I feel like Sebastian's moving very slowly, which is weird. Can I go over here? There's my flashlight. Again, I don't want to miss any collectibles because it's telling me it should be on the first floor. Can I go in here? No, yeah, the screen I'm looking at, it's telling me this collectible should be on the first floor in some passageway to the left. And it's saying crouch past the grate to the left. But I definitely can't do that. So it must not be here, at least not yet. Because that's where I came from. Yeah, okay, so I'm definitely okay. It looks like I'm not missing anything just yet. So let's go ahead and ascend the stairs here. Is it over here? No. Is it over? Here we go. Okay, so yeah, this guide it's telling me it's on the first floor, but clearly this is not the first floor, it's the second floor. But here we go. This is the file I was looking for. So this is the extravagant letter. To applicant, or SV, congratulations, Truth Seeker. Thank you for taking our spiritual acuity test. We're pleased to welcome you to the next level of knowledge. Please report to the nearest MU center with this letter to ascend from probationary applicant to the position of MU disciple. This letter guarantees you an exalted position at the next cleansing ceremony. Handwritten on the back of the envelope, lies, all lies. Okay, so rather cryptic. Alright, so file 3 will be, oh, okay, so they are distinguishing between ground floor and first floor. That's where the confusion came from. Alright, so I think what I do, again, a lot of this is a bit hazy to me. I'll be honest, I don't remember all of this. I don't remember exactly what to do. I think this door takes me back to the first floor of the mansion. And then it wants... Oh, no? Okay. So where am I? Oh, this is where I run into the villain for the first time. I can't remember his name. I think it's Stefano, if I remember correctly. But we might not learn that yet.
What was that?
Yeah,
Shit.
so we don't know his name yet. I think it's Stefano, if I remember. Okay, I think I'll be able to figure this out easily enough. And I think from there he goes away. Let's just be sure, because the less I have to redo, the better. So, one thing I want to touch on, guys, is,
What the hell was that?
so here we see he killed yet another
Just like
guy,
the
and that
search
time
team.
we actually saw it take place. One thing I want to touch on real quick is the fact, you might have been wondering this yourself, why am I using a webcam, right? Because I used to use a webcam in all of my Let's Platinums and all of my Let's Play series, but then I stopped,
gotta
and I
find a
made a
way
video
outta here.
addressing why I was going to stop using a webcam. But I did say at the time, I said, you know, it's not permanent. I might choose at some point to go back to using a webcam. And obviously that's what I've done here. This is really dark. It's hard to see. And I have the brightness all the way up. So here, this collectible, when you return, take the right corridor, enter room 103, and go to the end to find it on the floor. So I think this is where I'm supposed to go. Is this it? Is this what I'm looking for? So this should be the photo of another victim. Yes, it is. Okay, so in the wooden cabin, go to the room to the left. Okay, so there's only 2 more collectibles, and it looks like one of them is unmissable. Okay, so now I go back. God, it's dark. Anyway, so why am I using the webcam, right? As I said, you know, it wasn't permanent. I wasn't sure if I was going to go back to using a webcam or not. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, a lot of this is, I forget a lot of this. But, so I ended up deciding to go back to using a webcam. And again, that's also not permanent. It might be that in the, you know, later on I decide to abandon the webcam. Part of the reason I chose to use the webcam for this one is because I used it in my Let's Platinum of the first game. So I kind of wanted to keep it consistent. I thought, well, I'll do it again, you know, just why not? The other reason, though, is because, you know, when I first addressed the idea of stopping using a webcam, the main reason was because I was just looking at things in terms of future employment. Like, nowadays, potential employers, they monitor your social, what's it called?
Christ.
Oh my God, I'm having an social media. Wow, I can't believe I forgot the word media. But you know, they look at everything. And so obviously with having a YouTube channel, that's a piece of social media. But then I realized, like, on my videos on my channel, I don't do anything crazy. Like, the main premise of my channel is to help people. I make walkthroughs, and if anything, that's a admirable thing to show on your social media, that you're helping people. Granted, I'm helping people in the video game community, which typically, you know, most people don't take that very seriously, but still, it's the nature of the channel is to help people, which I feel is a good thing. But also, you know, with my channel, I always make it a point in my commentary, and I do the same thing that I do in my real-life conversations. I don't discuss politics. I don't discuss my views on world issues. I kind of subscribe to the old-school belief that you keep those things to yourself. Your political beliefs, your religious beliefs, things like that. You keep them to yourself. That's kind of how I live my everyday life. And so in regards to my commentary, there's really no issue. Like, there's nothing that's going to get me in trouble. You know, I don't discuss controversial things. I talk about video games. I talk about my life, you know, what I do as a career. I talk about my hobbies, things like that. Otherwise, the channel is completely family friendly. Maybe once in a while I get angry and say some cuss words, but who doesn't? You know, that's nothing. Like, no, I don't think any employer will deny me a job for having said the F word on camera when I got angry. You know what I mean? So I'm not as worried about that anymore. Not as worried as I used to be.
What the hell?
Alright, so this is where things kick off for the first time. Here we go. So I do not remember what to do here, and I'm actually a bit worried.
Fuck.
Okay. So, God, yeah, he just moves so slowly. So again, most of it's coming back to me. I don't remember the name of this enemy, because it looks like Laura, but it has a name. It has a name of its own that I just can't remember for some reason. I remember the name of one of the enemies is Obscura, but I can't remember the name of this enemy. Oddly enough.
Shit. I'm trapped in here.
But I do remember where to go, thank God. Because it is a freaky villain. that's another thing for this game. So another positive thing of this game, I do really like the villains that they created. Again, very creepy looking, disturbing enemies. There's this thing that's chasing me right now. Later on, we're going to be introduced to this enemy called Obscura.
Damn it.
Stefano is a pretty cool villain. There are good villains in this game. I like that. I really do. Because that was something that was really strong with the first game was, you know, they had Laura, and they had the Keeper, and they had, you know, just a lot of good disturbing imagery and creepy villains and whatnot. So that's another thing that I hold in favor of this game, is good monster design, I guess I'll call it. Okay, so I think I have to do one more running sequence here.
Oh, I don't hear it.
I think I just gotta run to the end of this corridor here. Yeah, I can't believe I forget what this thing is called. That's bothering me. I, for the life of me, can't remember what this thing is called. But who cares? I don't need to remember. Alright, so I think I need to do a button mash here. I can't... I think so. Or a quick time event, maybe? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, so I'm almost done. I'm almost done with Chapter 2. Like I said, Chapter 2 is not very long. This video did go a bit longer than I thought. I was planning on keeping this video to like 30 minutes, but it looks like it's going to hit about 45. But that's okay, because like I said, this series, it's going to be pretty long. Just like with the first game, it's not necessarily an easy platinum trophy to unlock. So this will be a longer series, for sure. So it's okay that the videos are going to go a bit longer than usual. Alright. So, somewhere in here there's a collectible. I don't remember where. I'll have to make sure I get it before leaving here. I think there's a syringe. It'll tell me how to use it, I think. So hold L1, and there we go. Okay. So getting used to the controls will take me probably a little time. Alright, so before exiting the cabin, come in here. I think there's a collectible in here somewhere. So here we go. This is journal in abandoned house. The handwriting in this journal is neat and precise. The final entry reads as follows: just got the call. Now I know the reason for all the weird shit that's been happening in the last few days. It's the worst possible scenario, but at least I don't have to pretend anymore. The things I've seen, they've all changed. It's too late to save them. It's time to put my training to practice. May God have mercy on their souls and mine. So that is the fourth file, and it's telling me that the last collectible for Chapter 2 is automatic, and I think you get it right here as you go to exit this door. So that'll be all the collectibles for Chapter 2. And then, like I said, when we get to Chapter 3, that's where things really kind of take off. Chapter 3 is a big open world level. Yeah, it's pretty hectic. It's that Chapter 3 is actually one of my down points of this game. It's one of the things that drew my opinion downward. Yeah, Chapter 3, I don't like Chapter 3 at all.
I hope you're here.
Alright, this photo, I thought this was lost in the fire. I just spit all over my microphone. Lily's breath smelled like cotton candy. Myra never looked more beautiful. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Like, I know that's your daughter, but her breath smelled like cotton candy.
Sebastian, where have you been? We lost you.
I don't know. But it sure as hell wasn't a quaint little town. There's something bad happening in here, Kidman. Baker is dead. There's a killer running around in here, doing things that are... It's like Beacon all over again. What the fuck did you just send me into?
I don't know. We're in the dark out here. Baker was the team leader. If he's dead, that doesn't bode well for the rest of them. Keep searching around. The more info you gather, the more I'll be able to help you.
Yeah. Sure.
So on another positive note, one of my favorite things about this game is, one, the cutscene where, hey, first trophy, welcome to Union. One trophy down. Let's have the Let's Platinum series begin. Boom. First trophy. Anyway, one of the things I loved most about this game, or another positive aspect, is one, this cutscene we're about to watch, but two, Just this opening part right here where you're walking through this abandoned street in Union, I felt like this was a very creepy cutscene. Or just environments. I really enjoyed it.
Hey! She had to have heard me. Better check it out.
Okay. So here we go. Let's do another cutscene. This one's good, though. This one's entertaining.
Hello?
Also slightly creepy, which it should be, since this is a survival horror game.
Gotta eat. Skin and bones. Gotta eat. Clean your plate. You gotta eat. Skin and bones.
Ugh.
I said eat!
Yeah, that is not pretty to look at. It reminds me a lot of Resident Evil 7, actually. Which, wasn't the family called the Bakers? Because that character was just called Baker. I can't remember. I think the family in Resident Evil 7, they were the Bakers. Anyway, I should get ready, because I think this is where I have to kill my first enemy. And I don't remember which button is to aim, if it's L1 or L2. So this is going to be interesting. Let's hope I can remember quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to die and have to redo this. All right, it's either... All right. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, I thought I had to kill her. What? I was pretty sure I had to kill her. Maybe she gets back up. Or maybe the kid from the kitchen gets up. Because I definitely have to kill... Okay, and there we go. There we go. I knew I had to kill someone. I just couldn't remember who. Okay. I was able to... Ooh, nice. Alright. And there is some green gel. So that's one of the things in this game. Is I have to scavenge. Okay, so before I leave, let's go ahead and explore the rest of the house. Because again, gathering supplies is important. So the guy that's banging on the outside of the door, I don't think you have to worry about him. He can't come in. You don't even have to kill him, actually. Uh-oh. Yeah, it keeps making me think he got in, but from what I remember, you don't actually have to kill him. Which is nice. You can actually run away from him. So before going out there, let me run upstairs. I think there's ammo up here. There's no collectibles anymore. I got all the collectibles, but I thought there was ammo up here. So let's see what's in here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so it looks like square is the reload, which was just good instincts, because that's what I pressed naturally. Okay, I think that's everything. So here we go. I think one of the things, again, remember I'm playing on Nightmare mode, which isn't as challenging as Classic mode, but you still need to take into account ammo conservation. You need to be careful about the resources that you're spending. So this guy, you can actually just run past her, save yourself some ammo. So I'm not going to turn around yet. All you have to do is run, and then you'll see that she just goes back into the house. So it's little tricks like that it's little tricks like that that really make me love survival horror games. Figuring out, what enemies do you have to kill and what enemies can you leave alone. That's always one of my favorite things about survival horror is sometimes there are combat encounters that are really tough and you think, oh my god, I'm never going to be able to do this. And then it turns out you don't even need to. Like, there are clever little ways around things. One of my most famous strategies on this channel comes from Resident Evil 4, where I got through the opening village sequence without killing a single enemy. I just hit on top of the watchtower the whole time, which is something that everyone said you couldn't do, but it turns out, yes, you can, and I figured out how. So that's part of the reason I just really love survival horror games, is they force you to figure things out like that, to be a bit more creative in your approach and to do things that you normally wouldn't have thought of doing. Now, before I go down the main path, again, I just want to make sure I'm scavenging as much as I can. I thought there was stuff over here, but I don't see anything, so maybe not. Alright, so here we go. We're almost to Chapter 3, and like I said, once I get to Chapter 3, that's where I'm going to stop the video, but we still got something to do. Alright, so that's O'Neill. We'll meet him at the start of Chapter 3. But first, we gotta get there. So,
We're still alive then.
we gotta get,
But those things are everywhere.
we gotta, let's see. Okay, so
Need
bottles.
to get in there and squeeze that guy for info.
Okay, so I gotta be careful here. I do remember how to do this. Like, I remember the right way to go. But again, it's just kind of being a little rusty with the controls. That's what's making me nervous here, because this is the last thing I have to do before getting to Chapter 3. So basically you want to get through this part with all stealth. Alright, so there we go. Let's get those things. Alright, so there's one enemy over here, and I think I gotta remember the right way to do this. So there's those two, and then there's this guy. I think what I did last time is I killed this guy first, and then went for him, and then went for the guy behind the door. So let's see what this guy does, because I can't remember. So it doesn't even look like he's moving, which is good. That bodes well for... Oh, you would. That's what everyone hates about this game. That guy wasn't even moving. Are you serious? Alright, so here we go. Within the first stealth encounter, I'm already upset with this game. That guy wasn't moving. And then as soon as I, like, left my little safe area, there he goes. They do these very, like, jerky movements, which are hard to, there we go. Which are hard to anticipate. It can get really annoying really fast. But luckily I was able to do it. Okay? So, good on me. Okay, so now let's go to this guy over here. And let's take him out. Alright, is he going to drop some precious green gel? Yes, he is. Thank you kindly. And now there's just this guy who's behind the door, or banging on the door over here. So let's come over here. Let's get the bottle. And then let's stealth kill him. And then I can make my way inside. So let's do that. Alright, good. Is he gonna drop some green gel? No. Okay, so before I make my way over there, let's go ahead and return. You can see there's some, I think that's gunpowder in the window, so I'm gonna break the... Oh, no. Okay, no one heard. Jeez, he just jumped on top of the car. Alright, guys, so here we go. I'm gonna run inside. I think we're gonna jump into Chapter 3. We're gonna have kind of a long conversation with that character O'Neill, and then that's where I'll end the video. Alright? So again, you can kind of see already one of the things I disliked about this game was, like, this was a 50-minute video, 2 chapters we covered, which, you know, don't get me wrong, 2 chapters, that's good, but, so much of it was cutscenes, you know, the game went very Hollywood. There's a lot of cutscenes, there's a lot of, it's just a lot of that, you know, which is something we didn't really see in the first game. Like, in the first game, they kind of threw you into it without much story. And my game, it looks like it's lagging a little bit, which again has me nervous because, like I said, one of the biggest problems with this game was the fact that it crashed a lot. And I do not want to have to redo gameplay because of a crash. That's the most annoying thing in the world. Yeah, it's really lagging. That has me incredibly nervous. I swear to God, if something happens... Oh, I thought it just crashed. I'm gonna be so nervous during this series, always thinking it's crashing.
Don't come any closer! Okay, calm down. Don't shoot.
I'm not gonna hurt you. See? You can lower your gun. I'm on your side.
You're not Mobius. You might not be one of those things, but that doesn't mean you're on my side.
You're right. I don't work for Mobius, but I was sent here by them.
Have you seen what those things out there? What they can do?
Yeah, I have. Lucky for you, your partner was willing to sacrifice himself so you could escape.
He wasn't my partner. He was just a member of Union security detail. Protecting me was his job, and my job is to solve a hardware issue. Dying inside here is above my pay grade. I'm not a soldier. I'm just a technician.
I know.
Stop, or I'll shoot! No!
Dang, that was a ballsy move.
A soldier would have taken the safety off. I told you, we're on the same side. Let's try this again. I'm Sebastian Castellanos.
I'm O'Neill. Liam O'Neill. So you're not Mobius, but they sent you in here?
All right, so this is like an interactive piece of dialogue. One of the things I didn't care for
trying
in
to
this
restore
game.
the core. Just like you are.
Yeah? Good luck with that. I'm done. I'm just gonna hold out here until extraction.
They can't extract you. Not until Lily is found.
Who's Lily?
Look, everyone is stuck in here until the core is located. Can you help me out?
If you're asking me to go out there with you, you can forget about it. This is a safe house, so I'm staying safe. Got me? But I may have a lead on the core. I detected some signals nearby that resonate at the core's frequency. We were trying to track them when we got attacked. Here, listen to this. It sounds like a little girl, right?
Quiet. Was that her? The core?
I think so. But I've been picking up all sorts of weird signals on my communicator since we got here. No way to know for sure until you track it to its source.
How do I do that?
Your communicator can pick it up too. Once you're out there, check it. You'll see.
See,
You'll probably
so
pick up other
it's just
signals
so
while you're
much
out there.
like
It wouldn't hurt to
unnecessary
follow them and
dialogue.
Find out what.
No way. The core first.
It's one of the biggest
It's
things
the
I
only
didn't
way we're
like
getting
about
outta
this
here.
game is they
Suit
just
yourself.
Let's pair up our
they were a little too
communicators.
ambitious with it.
That way I
They
can tell you if I
kind of
find
lost
anything.
sight of what made the
Yeah,
first game
okay.
so great.
Can't hurt. I
And
guess.
like all these other characters and stuff. So here we go. We are now officially in chapter 3. I want to run through all the dialogue options because one of them will give you a side quest, which obviously you're going to need to do to get all the trophies, and that's
So you've
kind
been
of the
stuck
goal
in
here.
a week
So
already?
Has it been that long? Damn. Time's a little fluid in here. This was supposed to be a simple in and out job. Like home in time for dinner simple. But this is different than anything I've ever seen before.
What do you mean?
Wonky stuff usually happens when a core goes AWOL, but what's happening is more than that. This place is falling apart at the seams. We used the stable field emitter, but it's not working like it's supposed to.
What's the stable field emitter?
If Mobius sent you in here, shouldn't you know this stuff already?
There were 5 members of your team?
There was a security force already in here to help us. But yeah, there are 5 search team members. Wait, did you just say were?
I found Baker. He's dead.
Huh. Doesn't surprise me. He locked onto a powerful signal and went to investigate. I told him we should just request extraction and report our findings, leave the dangerous work to somebody else. But he wouldn't hear of it, being team leader and all. Always had to be the brave one. You ask me, there's a thin line between brave and foolish.
Yeah. There's a thin line between prudent and cowardly, too.
Tomato, tomato. I'm not saying I'm glad he's dead. What kind of asshole do you think I am? I hope the
yeah, I
others
really don't like Liam.
I'll let you know if I find anybody else.
You'd really do that? Thanks. I'd appreciate that.
All right, so supplies.
It's more dangerous out there than I expected. Any idea where I can get some weapons and supplies?
I tried to tell you about this one signal, but you didn't want to hear it.
Well, I'm all ears now.
I picked something up from 2 Mobius security team members who were talking about weapons caches. Maybe you can follow it and get some gear. Maybe they're out there, can help you out.
No,
So that'll be something for
Come on, man.
Chapter 3.
I'm all alone in here. I could use some protection.
Maybe if you hadn't let your last guard take the fall for you.
Whatever. I'll mark the signal on your communicator. Follow it or don't follow it. I don't care.
All right, so that's the one. So there we go. Rogue Signal. That's the
Those things are pretty tough.
side mission, which
Takes
we're gonna
a
have
lot
to
of
do.
ammo to get them off my back. Do you have anything stronger in here?
Not in here, but you could probably find some out there. This place was designed to be peaceful, but Mobius and firepower go hand in hand.
Do you know where I can find some of this firepower?
It's pretty chaotic out there. You're not going to find a pile of heavy-duty weapons altogether. But I did see something useful next to an abandoned APC just outside. I'll mark its location for you.
All right, and
But
that's
be
another
careful.
thing that we're gonna have to
There
do
are a
with
lot of
Chapter
those things
3
hanging around
at the
it.
start of the next video. And that is the end of the conversation. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is, while I wrap up this video, here we go. So I'm gonna save my game. I'm gonna save my game a lot during this playthrough because saving is a luxury that I am not gonna have throughout this entire series. As I mentioned, when you get to classic difficulty, you have to beat the game with only 7 saves, and it is not fun. It's not fun at all. Unfortunately, I didn't get to talk as much about this game in this video because of all the cutscenes and stuff, but that'll definitely become less now. Like, they set up a lot of the story in chapters 1, 2, and 3, but then moving forward, it'll be a lot more gameplay than cutscenes. But guys, I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. This has been a big series that people have been pushing for. This series is going to be a lot of work. This is not an easy platinum, and so if people don't really seem into it, I might not finish this series. I'd like to, but if people just aren't into it, then I don't know. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Give the video a thumbs up. Just, let me know. Let me know if you're excited for this or not. I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, this is going to be a long journey. Hopefully, just like the first Evil Within, it's going to be a fun journey throughout. I'm going to talk about the game, the franchise, my thoughts, opinions, everything like that. And I'm looking forward to it. I am, so I hope you guys are too. So there we go. Part 1 of the Let's Platinum is now complete. We only got 1 trophy, which was a story-related trophy, so it's not that big of a deal. But keep in mind that with the Let's Platinum series, it's not just trophy after trophy after trophy. We got to build up to it. Getting a platinum trophy is not an easy thing. It takes time. Not all the trophies are just going to go boom, boom, boom. So it'll build up, I promise, as long as you decide to stick along for the journey. This video was a bit longer than they'll usually be. I usually don't make videos this long, but since this is the first one, I figured why not. Anyway, guys, again, I want to thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you get the chance. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.